Hi, it's Catherine from Peacemaker, and I guide people who grew up in mentally and emotionally unstable homes become secure and safe within themselves to improve their self-esteem and self-worth through inner child healing. I wanted to quickly add something. I made a video about my past, my story when it comes to my relationship with my dad. An aspect of it. And related to inner child healing and inner child wounds. And I wanted to add something. So I didn't mention that my parents fought like constantly because my mom and my dad were both reactive, and I think their dynamic created more issues and even more mental health challenges than they already came with. There was fights like quite consistently. And as a child, a way to secure peace and stability in the home was to get in between them, to come in between. So I picked up the role of peacemaker. And I touched on being a peacemaker in the other video, which you can check out. But as a peacemaker and a fixer, it was my duty to go in there in conflict and try to solve their issues as a child for grown-up adults. And, didn't always work. But I wanted fights to end as soon as possible so I could feel secure and safe. That translated into my adult life where I could have fights with somebody. Well, first, I was avoidant when it came to fighting. I wanted to avoid fights as much as possible because I thought they were a sign that you had a bad relationship with somebody, when fighting is normal. Like, people are different and we see the world differently, we feel differently, and sometimes you do fight. But early on in my inner child healing journey, in my life, like, I hated fights. I still don't like fighting, but I really avoided them. Even in a way of like suppressing myself, suppressing my truth, suppressing my feelings, my experiences to avoid fighting with somebody. Because I didn't want to be back in my childhood home. And also, I needed to fix things, as soon as possible to feel safe and secure in myself. But that came at the cost of like long-term not feeling safe and secure within, because I would compromise or I would fawn, I would people please in order to get that safety and security. I didn't know how to give space to myself and to another person. I learned through inner child healing that giving myself space, giving another person space is healthy and normal. But I was anxious before really doing my healing. I needed that safety right away and security right away in my environment so I could feel safe and secure. But I learned that I don't need to fix or solve I don't need to fix and solve situations, people, or myself in order to feel safe and secure. I can just let things be now. But that fixing, that kind of panic that I experience whenever there'd be conflict, whenever there'd be tension between me and somebody else, that came from my childhood. And that triggered feelings of, okay, I need to fix this as fast as possible in order to feel peace in myself, in my body, in order to feel stable. And that role of being a peacemaker, the fixer, boosted my self-esteem and self-worth if I could do it successfully. But if I couldn't, then it would make my self-esteem and self-worth plummet. And that was also true in my adult life as well, in relationships. And now, and through healing my inner child, bringing more love to this wound, I see, okay, I don't need to do that anymore to feel good about myself, to love myself and accept myself as I am. I don't need to be the peacemaker. I can just let conflicts exist. I can just let things happen. And, sometimes time fixes it. Or the other person may have a solution or idea of how to compromise or how to reach peace. And I don't have to use my energy, my resource, my time, constantly to experience safety and security in myself and in my outside world. This is a big learning because it was just so ingrained in me. It was my way of being, for the longest time. But through loving myself unconditionally, accepting myself as I am, and also this ties into perfectionism. Like, I didn't always need the solutions or to have the solutions or always need to fix things. Like, I didn't, because that was my idea of being perfect, was someone who could always bring peace to situations. And my self-esteem, self-worth was tied into perfection. But from really letting go of that and accepting myself as I am, I could let go of this need to fix, to put my energy into that. And I feel more at ease. I'm not sacrificing my inner peace, inner security, stability, safety to get external safety and stability and security. There's more energy left over for me. And actually, like, there's more peace with me in the outside world, whether it be other people, situations, things, when I'm not trying to fix and I'm not trying to make better or find solutions. Yeah. Momentarily I can feel like, oh, I need to do something and feel anxious, but that is a feeling and it disappears. It's energy, it moves. So if you're someone who is also used to being a peacemaker and gets anxious whenever there's conflict, learning how to sit with that and knowing that it will eventually move can help you from reacting from that trigger of, oh, I need to do something. And to respond, be like, I don't need to have something to fix. I don't need to have a solution right now or in general. I can let this exist and go on with my life, go about with my life. So, yeah, I hope this is helpful for you. And there's a big hornet. And that there's something in this message for you. So if you have any comments, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And I will catch you later. He's trying to get into my room. Okay, catch you later.